I just wanted to talk about a little bit of my story. When I used to stay in Washington State, where I had a very good job. I was really happy at that job, loved the people, loved the environment. I also had a car paid off that I loved. My credit was very good. I had lots of money in the bank. Life was really good in Washington. I genuinely loved Washington State. That's where I wanted to stay at for some years. Um, but one day I had an incident where I had to be in the hospital, and I almost died. I fell 20 feet and I ended up fracturing my back. So while I was in the hospital, my mother was supposed to come get me, but she ended up leaving me in the hospital, and she had access to my card, my bank card. She also had my phone, yes. And took, for some reason, she took my car, my phone, and all my money and drove to a whole different state with it and left me in the hospital. And my sisters called me while I was in the hospital, and she was like, Mom's all the way in Virginia. Like, they sent me that 2 days later. And I was like, how is she all the way in Virginia? And I'm in the hospital, like, she must have my car. So I just had to sit in the hospital for an extra 2 days. My sisters came back and got me. When I came back to the house, my apartment, everything was wiped out. My mom took everything out of the apartment. So I had nothing, and I looked in my bank account. She went to the ATM. She took all my money out of my bank card. And I was devastated. I was like, damn, I don't have anything. And my job fired me. So I felt so broken. I felt so hurt. I was like, I don't understand how this is happening to me. I felt like my only option was to move back to Louisiana to be with my dad, because I didn't have no way to get to work. I didn't have no phone, I had no money. So I called my daddy and I told him, Dad, I need to come home because I don't have anything. I can't financially support myself or mentally. And my dad paid for a plane ticket. I ended up going back to Louisiana. I fell into some deep, very deep depression because I did not have the same lifestyle that I had in Washington State at all. Like, I wasn't making the same type of money I was making. I didn't have a car anymore. I didn't have a house anymore. I didn't have my own safe space anymore. So I cried every day, but I asked myself, Savannah, are you going to stay depressed or are you going to do something about it? And I really just changed my perception and learned how to be grateful that I didn't die the day that I did have my incident. So I actually did get a better car that I had before paid off. I did get a better job with less stress. My credit is way higher than what it was before. I actually have a way better life than I did before. At first, I didn't see. At first, I didn't see that. I didn't see, the blessing that was happening in that moment. I thought that everything was just tragic, but really, I am very much happier than before. But I just wanted to get on here and talk about my little story, for people who's, going through a situation where they feel like they're going through rock bottom, where they feel like they will never get out of their situation. But that's how I feel. I feel like, the word life, everything was just done for me. I didn't feel like I was ever going to get out of this situation. I was ever going to be happy again. But I'm the happiest that I ever been. Hello. I don't know how to pronounce your name, but hello. How you doing? But that's all. That's all I wanted to say.